Why, hello, everybody. Allie Sivrite here. Hope you are having a beautiful day today and enjoying your summer, and you are doing something nice for yourself this weekend. Really excited to be here with you guys today to chat about this topic. This is a hot topic that comes up a lot in my business, and I thought I would bring it to you today. But I am going to just check my settings real quickly just to make sure that you can see me. Let's see. And if you are on let me know. Facebook has been really wonky, and I'm really excited about my 5-day challenge next week. I'm trying to work out some of these kinks around these lives, and I don't see that it's showing you that I'm live. So unless you are in the event. Okay, so this is a little bit confusing, and I may actually... Let's see, I've got somebody on here with me. Let me know, drop it down below. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, there I am. Okay, cool. It says that I've been on for an hour, but I've really only been on for a minute. Facebook, what are you doing today? Guys, if you're on, let me know. Just type live. If you are on replay, type replay, and feel free to interact, drop your questions. I will come back. I always come back to talk to you, to answer your questions. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you on, Kathy. All right, guys. So I'm excited to be here with you today. I've been busy putting together this 5-day challenge for you, updating it, evolving it. This is one of my absolute most favorite things that I do in my business is this 5-day energy of selling authentically and effectively challenge. If you are not registered, make sure that you get registered. I'm leaving the link up for you guys. Each time I do this challenge, it is epic. It is epic. People make shifts in their business. They make shifts in their mindset. They start selling when maybe they haven't felt comfortable or confident selling their offers. They get clarity and confidence in their business. And it is just my gift to you to be able to really be in there and serve you. I love to customize it for those who are participating. So just show up with your questions and let's get you unstuck in your business. So today we're going to talk about how selling a higher priced product or service is just as easy as a lower priced product when you have the positioning right. Okay, a lot of times people will come to me and they'll ask me about whether or not they should put together a less expensive service because they're having trouble enrolling people into a bigger program or a higher priced program. And a lot of times people believe that the reason why that they are having trouble is because of the price. Okay, and what I have found as an entrepreneur of the last 21 years and a business coach is that this just simply is not the case. Okay, a lot of times price really is irrelevant, to be honest, as long as you have these key factors in place in the positioning of the offer and you're sharing the value of your offer in a way that is connecting with your audience. Okay, so if you are having trouble enrolling people into your higher priced offer, that tells me that the messaging is possibly off. Okay, it may also come from, feelings that you may have about sales and the energy that you're putting out there when you go to share your offer. Maybe you're not feeling confident around the pricing or what it is that you're offering, or these are all things that we're going to get into in the 5-day challenge and that we go deep into in my Abundance Academy. But for the most part, if you're having trouble enrolling somebody in a higher priced offer, you are going to have trouble enrolling them in a lower priced offer if you do not shift your messaging, your mindset, and or your energy around what it is that you are offering. Okay, so we're going to get into this today. And for those who are joining, let me know down below. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome. Guys, let me know who do you serve in your business? What do you do? Are you a coach? Are you a healer? Are you a wellness-based entrepreneur? Let me know who you are, what you do, who do you serve. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ali Sivrite, and I'm a holistic business coach, an authentic sales specialist, and an intuitive. And I'm also the founder of the Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy. And I really specialize in helping other healers, coaches, and really transformation-based entrepreneurs, which can be wellness practitioners, anybody who offers some type of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or financial transformation in their business. That is who I am working with. And I really help those women to create magnetic marketing and an authentic sales path that inspires social media followers to become paying clients without all the hustle and with more of that flow, okay? Let me know, type down below if you feel like you're hustling in your business, you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted, you're working a million hours, but maybe you're just not seeing the results. Or maybe you're seeing the results, but you're exhausted by what it takes in order to see those results, okay? And so as a holistic business coach, I dive into not only those grounded marketing and sales strategies that we need, but I'm also looking at the energy and the belief systems that are influencing the action that you are taking as you implement those strategies. And we're really combing over your business to make sure that your business is in alignment with your most authentic self and what feels exciting and inspiring to you, okay? Because we're really not meant to build our businesses in a cookie cutter way. Everybody is going to be a little bit different in how they want to conduct business and what is going to feel authentic to them. And so we really hone in on that. And so, I wanted to talk about this today because I often hear people saying that they want to create this less expensive program or this mini service because they believe that they're going to get more people to buy it. And I want to talk about why I believe that price is irrelevant when it comes to making sales, and why I believe that selling a more expensive item is just as easy as a cheaper program if you know how to position that offer, okay? Welcome, Elizabeth. So good to see you. Another beautiful wellness coach in the house. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So one of the things that I talk about in my Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy is having a value ladder, okay? And this means that you offer different entry points into your business. Different ways essentially to work with people depending on where they are in their journey and at what price point they're at, okay? So you may offer, and let me know down below, and feel free to drop your freebies down below in the comments in this thread, but you may offer free services like, I don't know, maybe it's a PDF on, 5 foods to help with energy or whatever it may be. It may be a workshops that you offer, 5-day challenges similar to what I'm doing next week with you guys. It may be a breakthrough call that you offer, whatever it may be. And if you have a freebie, drop it in the comments because your clients may be in here, right? And so this is kind of an entry point into your world, right? Some people will have maybe like a $27 downloadable that allows somebody to, grab a quick resource and get a quick win without really thinking about the cost, kind of like a no-brainer. Some people create boot camps or maybe like a short 3-week thing or maybe like a 1-day intensive. And these are all things that, give your client an opportunity to get a result at a lower price point and possibly lead them into a longer program or a more expensive program. And while I believe that there's a time and place for all of these offers, because I'm a big believer in having some type of a value ladder so that you can serve a wider audience, right, at different price points, the intention behind why you're creating that lower barrier offer is what actually matters, okay? And so, like I said, it's always a good idea to have a way to sort of stair step people into working with you if they feel like they need that, and to serve people at different price points. But there is a big difference between creating that small offer because you're afraid someone isn't going to pay for the big one, right? Or holding back in suggesting that somebody enroll with the bigger pack or the bigger signature program, right? Because you're afraid about the price, or you're not feeling confident, they're not going to pay for it. So maybe I should just suggest this other thing, even though this other thing isn't really going to get them what it is that they want, but I think it just may be easier for me to sell, right? And what I see, and let me know if you can relate to that, and I know that I've done this in my business as well, right? And so Elizabeth says she has a podcast, but realizing that it doesn't get me emails. I have a $47 online course, thinking of making a PDF to build my email list. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways that you can build that email list. And like we talked about at the beginning of this, it's going to be different for everybody. And what's going to work really well for one person may not resonate with your particular audience. And that's why it's so incredibly important to know exactly who it is that you serve and really have that clarity around who it is and how to reach that ideal person through what medium, okay? So what I see is that a lot of people create a less expensive offer because they believe that selling the bigger program is harder. And I believe this is a huge myth. I believe this is something that holds a lot of people back. And I also believe that if you think that's true, then it is going to be true, okay? We're going to really dive into how we are creating our external reality by our internal belief system. We're going to get into that next week, okay? But I'm going to touch on this a little bit here. But the belief or the energy behind the action that I'm taking in my business, so let's say around offering my bigger program, okay? That belief system or that energy is going to be felt by the person who I'm talking to. So if I don't feel confident in what I'm selling, or I have this belief that it's going to be hard, or that I need to nurture somebody for a very long time before they purchase my program, then those are exactly the results that I'm going to get, because that is going to cause me to be in the energy that lacks certainty. And that is really one of the key things that potential clients need to feel, is that unshakable certainty from you that you believe what you are offering is the answer without a doubt for them right now, okay? If you have doubts about that, then we need to look at those. I want you to join me next week, because at the end of the day, that is going to influence your results dramatically, okay? So I want to talk about one of the main reasons that people purchase something, and it rarely, like I said, has anything to do with price. And so lowering your price, discounting your service, or offering something cheaper is not what is going to motivate someone, okay? Now, this doesn't mean that you can't have a lower end offer, but what I want you to take in here is that the intention behind the cheaper offer is really what matters. And if the intention is to offer someone an opportunity to work with you and see what it's like, then awesome. But if the intention is because I think I'm going to sell more things, you're just not. Okay. And I see this a lot when people lower their price, or they do a flash sale, a discount. They believe that this is going to motivate somebody to take action. Okay. And it's really, I see this a lot, honestly, in network marketing, which I have a ton of experience in, right? I've built a very successful residual income through the vehicle of network marketing. I am a huge believer in it. But there is a lot of kind of crappy sales training in a lot of companies, okay? And, and I always feel bad for network marketers, because they are really passionate about what they're sharing. Hopefully, you're passionate about your product, you've had a great product experience, but you don't have training in marketing and sales. And so you go with the training that your company is giving you, which oftentimes can be very slimy, very salesy, very gross, very cut and paste the private messenger to everybody in your Facebook list. Let me know if you're guilty of that. I know I am, right? But I see this a lot, kind of these posts, enroll by Sunday and get 25% off and free shipping and da 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 da. And when you do that, some may see that and they may be inspired to purchase, right? But what I want you to remember is that they're not purchasing it if they weren't already thinking about purchasing it, okay? They aren't purchasing it just because the price is low. They're purchasing it because the product they believe is going to get them the desired results. They were already thinking about it. They were already open to it. And maybe the price made them say, okay, this is a good time because I may as well get it for less, right? So let's take weight loss. Okay, how many of you are in the weight loss industry? Elizabeth, I know you help people with weight loss. Chrissy, hey Chrissy, nice to see you. All right. Elizabeth says 100% saying you just have to grind harder and push aside sleep for a while to be successful. Oh my God, please, I can't even. That is like my mission in life is to help you scale to those 10K months without burning out or creating adrenal fatigue for yourself or neglecting and sacrificing your family and your health and other areas of your life, right? All right, so let's take weight loss as an example, right? So somebody wants to lose weight, right? And they see that a Facebook friend of theirs puts up a before and after picture. And they identify with that before picture. And then they see that after picture, which is this visual of their desired results, of what they truly want, okay? They then buy that thing because of the desired results, because you're showing them that this product that you have, it could be essential oils, it could be shakes, it could be a meditation app, it could be a workout. It doesn't matter what the thing is. It's that you are marketing that end result, that desired result. And when the desired result is there, the price really kind of becomes irrelevant, okay? And there are other factors here we're going to get into. But let's just say that that same person sees that a friend of theirs is promoting free consultations for skincare, okay? And that is not something that they need or value, right? They're not going to sign up for that free skincare consultation or that free cream if it's not something that they see as being valuable, even if it's free, okay? So price has nothing to do with it. It's the value that somebody perceives, okay? Now, when we talk about products and services and what we do, we have to share that value. We have to share that tangible result with our audience. Otherwise, it could be free and people are just not going to sign up. And this is the same whether you're promoting a $99 offer, a $499 offer, or a $5,000 offer. People have to see the value. And there needs to be a clear understanding of not only the outcome, but the very specific outcome that speaks to them in their life that they can expect, okay? If there's no clear and specific outcome that connects with your specific potential client, and again, this gets back to knowing your niche, knowing very clearly who your people are. If you're trying to sell the same thing to everybody and his mother, nobody is hearing your messaging, okay? So most people are marketing their products and services in a general way to a lot of people. And they may say, well, my shake or my program helps you to lose weight, okay? Or it helps you to improve your health. Or my course helps you to feel more confident, right? And it helps you to lose weight is a lot different messaging than I help postmenopausal women balance their hormones and accelerate their metabolism so they can slide into the jeans from the back of their closet, right? That is clear, that is specific, that is tangible, that is speaking to that specific person with a specific set of needs, right? Or another example, because I see this a lot, well, I help people with confidence. So I help you to feel confident is a lot different than I help entrepreneurs deliver their first public speaking event with confidence, okay? Clear, specific, tangible outcome. Okay, so the way that you market your products and services and the positioning around your offers matters a lot. And whether it's on a sales page, whether it's in your emails, your posts, your Facebook Lives, your sales calls, the focus really needs to take that potential client on a journey from where they are right now in their daily experience and in their daily struggles to where they want to be in the clear and specific outcomes that they can expect from your product or service. And it has to highlight all of the ways in which you are going to get them a different, better, faster result. What is your secret sauce? What sets you apart, right? And how can we weave that into your messaging? These things are all incredibly important, okay? So, the logistics of your products don't inspire, right? It's 11-day program and you get 2 shakes and you do 2 meals, or you get 12 modules and 12 coaching calls and journaling prompts and meditations. That is not inspiring. Those are logistics, okay? And so what does inspire is when you're able to make that clear connection and that emotional connection between where your client is and why. Why is it so important for them to make that change? And what are those specific and tangible results that they can expect? How are you going to get them there in a way that's different than what they have tried in the past? Okay, so these are all things that I go over in huge detail. I comb over your marketing, your messaging, your positioning, everything in your offers as you're putting together and designing your courses, your programs, your services, or whatever it is that you are doing. Because it literally makes all the difference in the world. You could have the best products and services in the world, but if we can't effectively get that messaging out to reach those ideal clients so that they see the value of what it is that you're offering, they're not going to see the offer at the $50 thing or the $5,000 thing. Okay, it really boils down to this. And I want to give you an example of this. Okay, so I had a program that launched last year. It was $499. Okay. And I had 2 enrollments with women who already knew me, already knew that they wanted to work with me. Okay. I was like, okay, well, that's not really what I was hoping for, right? And then following that, I had a $15,000 launch with 10 women who enrolled, and the base level price was $997. And the VIP at that time was $2,300, okay? And the majority of those women, I didn't even know the week before, okay? I have since had bigger launches with, higher priced program and enrolled more women. So why was I able to enroll people who I didn't even know into a more expensive program than the previous launch, which was less expensive and shorter? And I already knew those people, right? I showed up, I gave value, I did all the things on paper that I thought I was supposed to be doing, right? But I had 2 very different outcomes. And I'll tell you the 2 main differences here, okay? And once you grasp these, this is really everything. I'm giving you guys everything right here, okay? The 2 main differences was that on the second launch and the third launch and so on, I was able to clearly articulate the specific and desirable outcomes that made price irrelevant. I knew the ins and outs of the perfect person for my program. I knew exactly what they were struggling with, exactly what they wanted, exactly what they were trying, and exactly why what they were trying wasn't getting them the results. And I also knew why what I was doing was different. I knew why what I was doing, how that was going to fill in the gaps, the missing gaps for what they were doing. And I knew how to communicate that to them in a way where they went, wow, that is the missing link. Let's get started, right? The second piece, which was equally as important, was my personal energy or excitement around what I was offering, okay? In the launch that didn't do so well, despite being less expensive and shorter, It was because I was offering what I thought I should offer instead of what I really wanted to. So my energy was lacking. I didn't feel that excitement or that motivation. And even though I showed up and I did all the same things, the energy behind the action I was taking wasn't there. Okay. It was right when COVID hit. People were having a hard time. And I thought to myself, what can I do? And I thought maybe I should launch a meditation program because I thought that that's what people really needed. Even though in my heart, what I was excited about was launching my Abundance Academy. So I put my Abundance Academy to the side. I launched this meditation thing, and my energy around it was not magnetic because I wasn't into it. I wasn't feeling connected with what was exciting me and what was lighting me up. I wasn't feeling that inspiration and that creativity. So the energy in which you put together your programs and your offer matters, okay? It is what will drive the action that you're taking and help people to feel that magnetism and that excitement around what it is that you're offering, okay? So guys, at the end of the day, we can have the greatest programs and products in the world, but if we don't know how to market or position them in a way that speaks directly to our ideal clients, or if we are not completely lit up about them, right? In both of those situations, it's going to be very difficult to sell them at any price point. So this is why I'm so excited to be offering this 5-day challenge with you guys next week. The energy of selling authentically and effectively, which is going to dive deep into all of the elements, the energy, the strategy, and the mindset needed to sell your offers authentically, confidently, and effectively. So in this challenge, we're going to talk about how to shift your perspective on selling and confidently offering your services in a way that makes working with you a no-brainer. We're going to talk about how to crush sabotage and release those money blocks that are preventing you from feeling comfortable charging what you want to charge, raising those prices, asking for the sale, and receiving the money. And we're going to talk about how to get your energy behind your offers, the key elements in a buying decision, how to overcome those money objections without feeling pushy, and so much more. So make sure you are registered. I'm also offering an epic giveaway. It is a 90-minute soul aligned strategy session with me. How do you qualify? You register for the challenge. You invite 3 other heart-led entrepreneurs who you think would benefit. If you have teams, definitely get your teams in this group and in this challenge, because this is going to help them to go out and sell more effectively, right? So invite 3 of your business besties, tag them in a welcome post, and participate in the challenge. Whoever engages most in the group wins. That's it. It's super simple, super easy to participate. Anyone's prize for the taking. And I thank you guys so much for being with me. As always, it's Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern daily. If you can't make it, join us for the replay. I will be in there all week, 5 days. You get me, my eyes on what you're doing, my advice, my coaching. This 5-day challenge, I cannot tell you, it's one of my favorite things that I do in my business. It is my way of just giving to you, serving you at the highest level, as if you were in one of my paid programs. And the replays will be up through the following Sunday. So if you can't make it live, you do have that time to watch the replay. All right, ladies, if any of this resonates for you and you feel like you need more help, you need some more support in your business, be sure to reach out to me. I have some pretty special bonuses and things that I am going to be announcing that I'm happy to give you a little sneak peek in. If you send me a message and you think that you feel called possibly to work with me in some way. Talk to you guys soon. Oh, Elizabeth, 8 a.m. Pacific. Thank you, my friend. Yes, 8 a.m. Pacific. Let's not forget about our Pacific coasters. Take care, guys.